Hello and welcome to Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. We are your hosts, Vidas
and Modulation.
We've been mastering secrets of organ playing for more than 20 years and sharing them on this blog since 2011.
On this show, which we create from our home in Vilnius, Lithuania, we strive to help you grow in every area of organ playing, including practice, technique, repertoire, sight reading, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, harmony, and many others.
Our hope is to help you become a complete musician, or what we call as total organist, a program which we have created to help you reach your dreams faster than you would do on your own.
If you are new here, we invite you to subscribe to receive free updates of this blog at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
And now let's go to the podcast for today. Hi guys, this is Vidas.
And Ausra.
Let's start episode 310 of Secrets of Organ Playing podcast. This question was sent by CK. And CK writes, Hi Vidas, my dream is to become a competent, versatile and creative church organist. And the obstacles towards this dream are modulation skill, improvisation technique, and setting registration. So CK basically wants to play in church very creatively and competently and in a very varied fashion. But he struggles with modulating, improvising, and registration.
So the first two shows that he needs to deepen his music theory knowledge. And the last one, setting registration. I think it's the problem of probably understanding the organ itself and maybe what fits what.
Yes, if you were to start answering this question, I think talking about the last one would be the easiest starting point, right?
Yes, I think so.
Registration. Let's imagine, Osha, you are summoned to St. John's Church today, because we're recording it on Sunday, to play for a mass, right? And
yes.
in a Catholic mass, we have a number of hymns to sing sometimes, although I usually play organ music, improvise, but some other people do sing hymns. If you were to play hymns, what would you think about when setting registration?
Well, I would be thinking, how many people are attending church? Are they all singing, or am I singing solo? Mm-hmm. And I would make up a registration accordingly.
Would you use all manuals in that organ or just one?
What, for hymn accompanying?
Yeah, for one hymn, for example.
Well, you could use one, but it would be nice to use, 2 or 3, especially if you don't want to change, stops in the middle of during verse.
If the hymn has 3 stanzas, you could easily play on 1, 2, and 3.
Yes, and do them in different, volume.
Or even if you have 4 stanzas, you can play 1, 2, 3, and 1 again.
That's right.
Basically, jumping from manual to manual is a good way to change colors, because when playing on the second manual, you could change the first manual also a little bit. With one hand you could still play, and with another you could draw 1 or 2 stops.
Yes, that's when you're playing mechanical organ, but if you have no electric organ or something with piston system, then it's much easier.
Mm-hmm.
You just push a button and that's it.
I think for CK to understand registration of hymns and accompanying them in the liturgy, the starting point probably needs to be to use principal chorus, right?
That's right.
If the congregation is big, you could play with mixtures. If it's not big, you could play actually 8, 4, and 2, or 8 and 4. 8 and 4 would be enough for a small congregation, probably. Don't you think?
That's right.
What about 16 foot in the manuals? That would be nice too.
Yes, you could add it too.
If you have mixtures. Right?
Yes.
Probably not before. Do you think he would need to have pedals too?
Definitely. For accompanying congregational singing, you definitely need pedal.
Mm-hmm. So principles 8, 4, 2, mixture. Before mixture you could have a fifth, 2 and 2/3, and 16 foot. Principal if it's a big organ, flute if it's a smaller instrument, and similar things in the pedals. Principles 16, 8, even 4, right? And if you have mixture in the pedals, you might add the posaune in the bass, like a 16 foot reed.
Yes, it's nice. I like posaune.
Why?
It's my favorite reed stop.
It's so low and rumbling and very scary to listen to.
But I like it more than a trumpet 8.
It gives gravity.
True.
Remember?
But in order to play with posaune in the pedal, you need to be sure that you will not do a mistakes, in the pedal line. Otherwise, everybody will notice them.
You might have some things in common with Johann Adam Reinken, because remember in Katharinenkirche in Hamburg he advocated and added a 32 foot posaune in the pedals.
Wow.
For more gravity. Or was it a principle? I don't know. But
maybe not a posaune.
But it was definitely 32 foot stop. Because he wanted more gravitas, as he wrote. As he said, maybe. So that's suggestions about registration. What do you think should go first, modulation or improvisation when you are developing your techniques?
I think modulation.
Modulation, right?
And even I will go a little bit back, before modulation you have to be able to play cadences very well. Cadences and sequences.
Uh-huh.
And then after these two steps, the modulations come. Because modulation skill is a little bit more advanced skill than playing sequences or playing cadences.
Would CK and other people benefit from your YouTube channel?
Yes, you could try to play some of my sequences and cadences and some modulations too.
Mm-hmm. That was really helpful that you did.
Because when you play sequences, you get acquainted with various keys very well. Then it doesn't matter for you if you are playing in C major or in C sharp major. I mean, you feel equally well in each key.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, you can start to modulate from one key to another key.
I have a question, Osho.
Yes.
How did you feel about making those videos? At the time. It was like a couple years ago, probably.
Yes. Well, I felt, interesting.
Interesting or interested?
Interesting.
Uh-huh.
because usually that's what my students do for me. I sit and listen and count their mistakes and make suggestions for them. Then we play, sequences, cadences, and modulations for me. And at that time, I felt like a student myself. I had to play and also to talk at the same time.
Do any of your students ever told you about that they watched your videos?
No, I don't think we are interested in harmony.
Uh-huh. But you could say them, oh guys, if you struggle with cadences and sequences and modulation, watch my YouTube channel.
Well,
Some of them might,
some of them might, some of them might not.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was for me, I don't know, 100 times easier for myself to play it than to listen we're playing.
I
Because
see.
it's quite annoying when we are playing very slowly and making mistakes over and over again and come unprepared.
I think our secrets of organ playing students would play better because they have motivation, at least.
It's very important.
Right?
To have a motivation.
Do you have motivation to continue making those videos in the future?
Yes, but probably not this year. I have too many
Classes to teach. Plus, you additionally have harmony classes with National Association of Organists.
That's right.
I bet they will find them useful too. Okay, so guys, keep listening to our conversations. Keep looking forward to new installments, and maybe when Osha is less busy, she can also create something new for you in terms of harmony too. And in terms of improvisation for CK, if he wants to play in church, I think the most helpful thing to do would be improvising him introductions first, right, Osha?
Yes.
In variety of ways. Could be simply reharmonizing the hymn, or playing in two parts without the middle part, tenor and alto. Could be a fuguette, taking the first phrase and treating it fugally in 3 or 4 parts.
Could be toccata.
Toccata?
Yes, playing like melody in the bass.
Uh-huh.
Hymn melody, for example. Toccata based on a hymn tune.
But that's for probably postlude. More like. It's very useful to impress your congregation.
And do some, fast figuration in the hands. I think it would sound nice.
So guys, if you feel that your congregation doesn't support you enough, or doesn't clap after, doesn't applaud after you're playing church service, just play a toccata, hymn improvisation based on toccata figuration, and we can personally guarantee that you will get some applause after that.
Yes, usually people like, loud and fast.
Right. And please write, after you do, write your feedback, how it was and how the congregation reacted. It's really interesting to discuss that. And maybe you will get a lesson or two from that in the future, for your future performances too. Okay, please keep sending us your questions. We love helping you grow. And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.
This blog is supported by Total Organist, the most comprehensive organ training program online, where you will find courses for every area of organ playing, including technique, practice, sight reading, repertoire playing, hymn playing, improvisation, composition, music theory, and harmony, with hundreds of scores and thousands of exercises. Here is what some of the students are saying.
Hugh writes, the sight reading course has helped me tremendously. Thank you very much for your SS courses and all your help.
Robert writes, I found the fingerings, registration ideas, and general comments to be excellent.
John writes, I have found your download very helpful. It was really excellent. I have watched some of your teaching videos, and when I read your instructions, I tried to imagine you were teaching me. You may feel disappointed that I am 2-3 days behind, but I am a slow learner, and I have committed to taking the time to get it right as you say. But the other night my wife commented that she had never heard me play such a detailed melody in the left hand so well. My left hand is generally poor.
Robert writes, it has been a great pleasure in my life of having discovered your courses and material as well as the YouTube work of recordings. You have a calm and pleasant way of teaching.
Ron writes, Hi Vidas and Osha, thank you guys. What a wonderful response to my email note to you. You've got me right, and I feel you understand my level of playing. Yes, at home and lucky that I have an organ for that reason. I am paying attention to this, and I am going to try this haha no longer secret model. Yes, and I love Cesar Frank too. What is very nice about your blog podcast is that Osha and Vidas are like a Socratic dialogue, and by bouncing things off of each other, so much more information comes out and is expressed. Your comments contain a wealth of information and understanding. I really appreciate this. It is very inspiring and will keep us moving forward.
Would you like to receive the same or even better results that our students are getting? If so, join them at organduo.lt/total-organist. And of course, you will get the first month free too. You can cancel anytime.
Also, if you haven't yet subscribed to receive free updates of this blog, make sure you do that at organduo.lt. By subscribing, you will also receive free video, how to master any organ composition and 10-day organ playing mini course.
This was Vidas.
And Osha from Secrets of Organ Playing.
And remember, when you practice,
miracles happen.